Alright, it finally stopped raining for a little bit, so I'm gonna try to make this video. Hello everybody, this is Stuff. You're watching Stuff HD, and those of you that know me, you know that I make these videos basically to just kind of inform people of things that I find interesting. A lot of times I just do it to, complain about things, but whatever. You also know that one of my biggest passions is cell phones, because one of my biggest passions is computing, and cell phones are computers. I haven't talked about cell phones that much lately because there really hasn't been all that much that has been, I don't know, inspiring. I see like every new cell phone, I'm like, okay, more of the same, more of the same. So anyway, the thing that's actually going on right now that's actually interesting is the fact that cheap cell phones are becoming much better. Last year, that cell phones usually cost around $600-700, and those are the top of the line phones. And forever there have been cheap phones that you can get for like $100-200, but they have been absolutely horrible phones. Last year Motorola came out with the Moto G, which was a $200 phone that was actually really good. And I have to mention Nokia, because they had the Lumia 521, which has been like $120, and it's actually a really good phone. If you like Windows, the Windows OS, it's actually a very good phone. So today I'm actually excited because there is a new Motorola phone that they just announced. It's the Moto E. The Moto E looks exactly like the Moto G, but it is slower. It's a slower CPU, and it's also not an HD screen. Just like the Moto G, it doesn't use LTE. But the cool thing about it is that it's $120. So it's actually a really good phone for $120. Now again, it doesn't have the greatest screen, it doesn't have the most speed, but I think that most people looking for a phone for this price anyway are not really gonna care about those things. This is usually people that are used to the old-fashioned basic phones, and they want to go ahead and get something new, but they don't really care for all the bells and whistles. So anyway, the Moto E is definitely something to look for. Now what I'm even more excited about is the fact that towards the end of May, Motorola is going to start selling a new variant of the Moto G. Now power wise, it's not any better. It's the same, I believe it's a Snapdragon 400 CPU. The cool thing about it, like everything else, is the same on the new Moto G. The same 720p display, the same Snapdragon 400 CPU, the same everything, except for two things. One, it's gonna have LTE finally, so that's awesome. Two, it's going to have a micro SD card, which by the way, the Moto E also has a micro SD card. So those two things right there make the Moto G a much bigger competitor. Like, the reason I don't have a Moto G, at least as my backup phone, is because of LTE. Like, I want LTE. So that, I think that's awesome. So yeah. The bad thing with the Moto G is that it's now, instead of $200, it's gonna be $220, but you're getting the extra LTE, you're getting the extra SD card reader. It's a win-win in my opinion. So yeah, if you're looking for a cheap phone, I would definitely look for the Moto E. If you're looking for a better cheap phone, I would definitely look for the Moto G. And I didn't hear anything new about a new Moto X. Maybe we'll hear about that later, I don't know. I hope they come out with another one. Anyway, I'm gonna go to work. Y'all take care. Please remember to subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter at RealStuffHD. Y'all take care.